Yo, what up, Space Cadets? It's your boy Stoney coming to you with an unboxing video here at the TCM Museum of Minnesota, only on the Space Corps podcast. Let's fucking kick it.
Oh, Space Corps floating high, forever in the endless sky. It died but never said goodbye. Space Corps goes orbiting by.
I really dig them and what they got going on, man. All right. Next one here is another one from the last toy store. These were pre-orders for some TCM stuff. Now, you guys have probably seen some of this, but again, my life is very hectic and busy, and sometimes I can't get to this shit for a while. And that's okay, because you know what? Next week, I'm still going to be collecting the fucking chainsaw, and the week after, you know what I mean? So I'm never in a big-ass rush about it. So let's check it out. Face down, pants off, baby. You goddamn right. One thing I always love about buying from the last toy store is I got a fucking goddamn sticker collection from these guys. So you'll get the usual one, and then they're always kind of coming up with an exclusive one that's, I don't know if you'd want to call it seasonal, but there's Booby as the Ghostbusters. Totally dig it. I've got two metal cabinets out in my garage that I've completely plastered in stickers, and I've got just a little last toy store area that that's got all their stickers and shit. So let's see here. Okay, so what did I get here first? Okay, all right. So this is what we're dealing with. I thought I was all right. Got to switch gears because I thought I was opening up a different one from them. So we're good there. Let's get this fucker out of the way. So, you guys have been seeing this. This is the 50th anniversary NECA Ultimates for the TCM. And what we were looking at here is we had both the Killing Mask version and then also the Pretty Woman. So let's take a look at it real quick. Again, I'm sure most of you probably have this shit still very readily available at the last toy store or your local Walmarts or whatever. But the packaging is really fucking good on it. Again, the way the last toy store packages everything, I mean, look at that. Even the hangers in great condition. But the fucking artwork on this is actually really dope, especially for a lot of the different, the NECA Ultimates and stuff. So let's take a look here. Get that off. And yeah, and everybody's been saying that this NECA Ultimate of Leatherface is way better than the previous one. So that one right there has got the Grandma head sculpt, and then it's also got two different Killing Mask head sculpts, which I didn't know that part about it. Lorna Shore is killing it. Yeah, dude, and they got another album coming out too. I pre-ordered Slaughter's new album that's coming out pretty soon. But yeah, so like, dude, a lot of accessories with this. It's got the different fucking knives, the mallets, the hammers, the mauls. It's got the fucking hooks on it. They did a good fucking job with that. So I ordered two of those because then I can display one that's the Grandma and then one that's the Killing Mask. And then the other one I bought was the Pretty Woman one. But of course this one is again the same one. But for the display purposes, I had to get it in duplicate. Let's take a look here now at this one. So I'm kind of interested in how the packaging looks on that. Which, all right, yeah, dude, I really got to give it to NECA on this one. The packaging is fucking cool looking. The artwork and that shit. I mean, it's the classic fucking, with the window, but yeah, I mean, that's that and that. Those look really fucking good together. And you get them on their sides. I know some people do them like bookends and all that shit. And plus you got different pictures, all that type of stuff, and just really, really good fucking layout on it. I'm pretty impressed here. They did a good fucking job. And then on this side, then you've got this plate of meat. You got another chainsaw. You got all the goodies. You also got the armadillo, which is fucking sweet. And then I don't know. I think the Pretty Woman comes with a custom stand. I don't think the original one does or not. But we could sure find the fuck out here. pretty dope. So I definitely, just for the standard collection, you got to pick this shit up when it comes. The 50th year anniversary was definitely a real big hoorah. They went fucking balls out with just licensing a bunch of cool shit to people. So that was a massive, big pulse to the fucking franchise. So, all right. So I did want to do a little bit further into this now that we get a little bit of time under our belts here, baby. So here's the deal. Let's check out these NECA 50th year Ultimates that came out because, again, I bought two of them of the same because you can have both the Killing Mask and the Granny. Plus, we got the pretty woman here, right? So let's start kicking into this shit right now. So let's put these two off to the side. We're gonna go through the fucking journey together, baby. That's what it's all about. So right here, of course, for the inbox collectors, you got your nice art, as I've mentioned before, and all that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. I appreciate the fact that NECA's, putting out some time and making these look nice. And as I said earlier, this is a lot better than some of the other Ultimates that I've seen as far as like the artwork goes. It's rather impressive. But for the inbox collector like me, let's fucking go, baby. Let's check this shit out. Let's fucking get dirty. Let's open up our stuff here. So let's see how this goes. We're going to pose out all three of them. So let's get that out of here. Now, here's another cool part for some of you collectors. Right there, you can have a nice little backdrop, you get that all taped up and everything. So, what we've got here is we have a plethora of accessories, which is dope because, again, they call it a NECA Ultimate, right? It's the ultimate figure to have, as far as they're concerned. So, the part that, again, was really interesting to me is that we have two Killing Mask head sculpts. So we got one that's Granny, and that's cool and everything. I mean, it looks good. The hair, everything about it, pretty damn good. But then the fact is we have two different Killing Mask head sculpts. It's crazy to me. One, he looks a little fucking crazy, man. I don't know. It's weird to me. I'm not sure why they would throw in another one, but to me, when I have all these 1/12 scale figures around, I like the extra little head sculpts and pieces and type of shit like that. Like my homie Matt Weaver, who used to be in Diabolical Designs, he would make special figure stands just for the extra heads that you would have because he understood that you would have that. Now look at that Paul and Chainsaw. That is a fucking piece of beauty right there. This is dope. We got blood on it. The color is right. If I'm not mistaken, the last NECA Ultimate Leatherface, it was fucking yellow. So we're good there. The chainsaw's looking good, baby. Now we have a couple different hands. We're gonna see if those are gonna come into effect for us or not in a few minutes. Let's see if we can. We'll pop them out in a minute. Now I see there's an undershell in the plastic, so I know we got some extra stuff going on, and it's actually halfway down. All right, we got some more tape, so let's take out the old blade here, baby. And again, we always take our time. We don't want to fucking hack through something and realize that we fucked up. This is a moment. This is a time to enjoy. All right, so as we drop out the second, what did we get here? We have the Grandma Apron. Now, this is actually, it's a lot thicker than I thought. I thought this was going to be like a cloth. This is definitely like a hard, or not hard, but this is a thicker plastic piece. So, not a bad thing at all. So we're going to set this aside. We're going to see how that's going to go in a few minutes. But right now, let's think about Bubba here. So there are quite a few different weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the chainsaw is 8. I mean, we're talking even little tiny forceps. So let's put that aside. We've got, of course, the deer antler dagger that goes with the granny version. We also have a fucking spoon. Love that. And then we have some of the more typical weapons that you would see. We have the maul. which to me, I think that looks a little skinnier than usual, but hey, we're going to run with it, baby. We have a cleaver, which is going to go back again with the granny. I really like the handle on it. That thing's baller. So that looks good. No blood on there. We've got a meat hook. Okay, classic to any TCM piece we need. Then we have the real maul. Okay. So there's that piece right there. And again, no blood on that, which is not a good or a bad thing. I'm not saying that, just making notes. So then we got a couple of different hands, which are definitely things for grasping. So those are going to be holding our mauls and other little items. But for right now, we're talking about what we have left for the old Bubba here. So let's take apart some of these little straps and doodads. Might be best on the backside just to pull these bitches up and clip through them. Maybe we'll find out. Again, I am not a paid spokesman by any fucking means. I'm just navigating through this as you would. You're probably a little smarter than I am, so some things I'm a little more of a fucking dum-dum, but that's okay, baby. It's okay to not be on top of your fucking game. It's okay. All right, gorgeous. Let's get a couple more of them here. What else are we missing? They do take a good job at packaging their shit in well, so it ain't flopping around by the time you get it. So NECA props on that, baby. Let's see how we're getting. What else are we missing? We're missing some shit around the top. Put it on the backside. There we go, baby. Oh, Bubba got a broken neck. There we go. One thing I'm going to say right off the bat, that fucking bloody apron is dope as shit, man. They did a really fucking good job. So let's take a few seconds here. Get it all looking nice. There we go. All right, let's discard this bullshit. Now, for real, straight off the bat, though, like as everybody was saying, this fucking NECA is a lot better than the original, and I am going to agree with them 100%. We got some good articulation. We got all of our fucking pieces. The fact that he's got the fucking bracelet on there is dope as shit. I really enjoy that part. It's movable. You can check that out with the articulation. But the head sculpt is really good, man. I think it's nice. I think the shirt is perfect because a lot of the times that shirt, it doesn't show it as pink and bloodstained as it really is. So they did a great job there. So for the first thing, let's just check out a little bit with the arms and the hands. So let's pop out one of the hands right now. Let's take that out. That comes out decent. Now let's pop in the closed fist, because I want him to hold something nice. All right, that pops in well. Pops in real well. So first things first with the old feller here, I always like him to have the chainsaw. So we're going to do that with him. Now, you always need to be careful when you got these chainsaws because some of them smaller parts, like the bottom handle, very easy to bend that and fuck up. So make sure you don't do that. Let's get him holding this chainsaw nice. And this is why I do these unboxings. I want you to fucking come on this journey with me to see, is this shit nice? Because these fucking inbox collectors are going to go, see, I told you, you shouldn't have fucking opened it up. And to be honest with you, I'm almost kind of thinking right now, I might want to actually just put on a different fucking, a weapon in his hand. So let me articulate that a little bit different. We can put that arm down. And let's give him just the good old-fashioned maul here that he whaps old boy with right in the beginning. We can put his hand up in the air. Ooh, yeah, the articulation's good on this. So we can give him that. And we can even stand him up just fine. Now he's on top of my mouse pad. Let me move him back here a little bit. There we go. Yep, he sits just nice and fine. So let's get him over here. And he can watch as we do the rest here. So here's the other part that you got to think about too, is that if you do invest in having multiple of these figures because you want to have different characters, you're going to amass a plethora of extra weapons and shit like that. It's not a bad thing, man. You can take and you can put all these weapons inside in a box, and as you get more figures and stuff, it's just good extra arsenal to have. All right. So let's get on to, let's do the second one. But let's do the granny sculpt and all that type of shit. And then we'll move to Pretty Woman towards the end. So we got that. Let me open up this back end. And of course, that's the Pretty Woman one. So we'll move that on at the end. There we go. So here's the second one. But we're going to dress this over as the old lady, the granny version. Which again, to me, I don't ever understand why the granny version doesn't get more love, because most of the masks you ever see is the 74 and the Killing Mask, and then also the Pretty Woman, which I get it, but that fucking granny mask to me, it's just a whole nother level of just crazy fucked up that movie is, man. I think you really get to see a different kind of psychological side of Leatherface. Like the more tormented side and all that type of shit. All right, let's see here. I bet I can just sit and... Hold on, let me take out the chainsaw. Okay, we got to cut out all little parts and pieces on the back end. Which is no problem. The fact that, like I say, that they take the time to really put the shit in there so it ain't moving by the time you get it is all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, this just shows you that this is a company that, you know, cares about you getting what you paid for, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. And people can sit there and dog all the big box fucking places and shit. Yeah, sure, it's not a custom. Okay, that's fine, but they're not claiming to be a custom. They're a big box realtor that's trying to give you, the collector, a nice piece from the franchise. I don't find anything wrong with that at all. All right, getting all this shit aside. I think we can almost take old Bubba out. What are we missing? Nothing. Beautiful. I'm going to keep all the extra weapons and everything right in there because we just opened up the other one. So, better to keep it in its fucking place. So, first thing we got to do is we need to accommodate for that. So, my first question is, does this come off nicely or do we just overlay it? And that, I'm not sure. Let me just look a little bit here. As we look on the outside strap, well, if we take off the head sculpt, we'll see how easy it pops off. All right. It's a little tough, but it came off. So which means that we're going to easily take off the front part here. And we will slide that bitch down. So yes, take that off, motherfuckers. Okay? Now we're looking, let's just take a look. Here's a little vulnerable Leatherface. Look at the fucking zipper. His fucking zipper's down. The tie looks good. Everything else looks good. The tie is movable. Okay. And now it's time to put on the old lady piece. So now you do have this back draw part to think about. So we're going to put that over. And actually, we're going to raise the arms up, like literally like I'm dressing one of my fucking kids. And we're going to make sure we can get this bitch over. So let's think. Let's get him over. All right. How are we going to make this fucker work here? Hold on. First thing is I pop the arm right out of the socket, which again, I'm not fucking telling you I know how to do shit. I'm just the dumb who's fucking got the figure. How am I going to make this shit work? So the fact I popped the arm off is not a good thing, but I'm going to fucking use that as a little bit of a fucking blessing so I can get the rest of this bitch going. So let's get that going down there. I'm going to get this over. I don't want it to snap, so there we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to put that shit over. And now we got the good old granny apron on. So let's see here. Now, here's what wasn't supposed to happen, but let's fucking see what happens. So let's see if we can pop her back in. We can. All right, that was pretty easy. So good. So we got both arms down. We're going to take and we're going to pop on the old granny nugget. All right. And that's on decent. So we got granny looking good. Apron's on. Old fucking neosprint is off. Now we need to change the hand sculpts at all. Let's see here. Because what do we want old granny fucking wearing? Holding up. To me personally, the cleaver is always the number one. So, which that hand is not going to take. So let's take the hand off. And let's do a left side hand that's holding something. Which that pops in really easily. Good. Good shout out to them. And let's pop this bitch in. Good. Nice and fucking easy. All right, so we got a cleaver. We're looking good. Now, the nice thing is that in the apron, we got a good actual pocket, so we can put a few things in there. The main one to me is always, will it hold the deer antler knife, which it does for sure. So we'll put that thing right in there. And then also, I like the spoon. The spoon for me, I don't know why, it's just calling me. And let's see, in the other apron pocket, let me see if it holds it. It kind of, no, it's not open, but that's all right. I'm going to put it over on this side with this one. There we go. Yeah, I can get them both in. I like it. I totally dig it. Totally dig it. I can get the apron and the knife in. Excellent. And then over in this hand, I don't really think there's anything else I want this fucker to have. Except I do have this other hand that's closed. I wonder if they'll hold the forceps. So here, I'm going to take this off. Now, we also do have that bracelet on there. So I'm kind of a little curious when I pop this off. Is it freestanding or is it attached to the hand sculpt? Oh, it's freestanding. All right. Fucking right. Let's do this. So I'm going to hold that thing up and out. Perfect. And then I got the hand sculpt to put in there. Let's pop her in. There we go. The hands pop really fucking nice. I'm happy to see that. So I want to take this and I want to put the old forceps in. Let's see how we can make that fit here. It goes down with the jaws. I wish I want to do it the other way, but you know what? That looks good enough to me. I totally dig that. That looks good. Let me see how I can get the apron up underneath the. Oh yeah, yep, right underneath the crease of where that goes. That's looking good. Let me pull it down a little bit, and then reposition the spoon and the knife. We are really looking good. Honestly, this is fucking good. Totally dope. All right, I dig it. That's good. So Granny's looking all right. Yep, she's looking fine. Fantastic. We got Bubba. And now we're going to get the pretty woman. And the pretty woman, I'm just going to say it right now because I have yet to use the chainsaw. Pretty woman is going to be doing the chainsaw dance. And that's my intention. So let's make sure that that can happen. And these figures, they do stand pretty fucking well. I'm going to say that, you know, it's going to take you a minute to really get it in the right spot. as most figures go. But the thing is that NECA is allowing you the articulation to make that happen, which that's the most important part to me right there. So we've got Killing Mask, we got Granny. Now we're talking Pretty Woman. So let me toss in here again. As a real out-of-box collector, you are going to have a plethora of fucking additional weapons and items and stuff. It's not a bad thing, dude. Get a little fucking wooden box, little bag, and throw all your extras in there, because you never know when inspiration is going to strike. You never know. So that's what I'm doing with this shit right now. I'm going to set this over on the side. And it's completely cool, baby. Now it's time for the Pretty Woman. Again, you know, you got an extra one of this. What are you going to do with this? Probably fucking nothing ever. But just hang on to it. You never know. All right, let's check this shit, baby. We got that open. And again, big shout out to NECA. I really like the artwork on this stuff. So we got that. And as always, inside, we've got another diorama right there, so you could have yourself a backdrop for the chainsaw dance, which is great. I don't give a fuck personally, but I like the option there for the collectors. So big shout out to fucking NECA again, once there. All right, we got a backdrop piece. Let's get that out. Oh yeah, let's get the fucking knife out. Don't ever put the knife away. You're always going to need it for another thing. All right, we got that. And we got that. So it's interesting. It's a sleeveless additional coat with it flapping in the wind. So, okay. Okay, sure. Whatever that fucking means, we'll find out. Now, here's something that's fucking awesome. Whoa, there she goes. A fucking plate of meat. I can dig that. It's fucking awesome. Love it, man. Love it. All right, take that top off. We've got ourselves another chainsaw, but this one is clean. There's no blood on this. So again, hey, here's the idea. You kept on to your other fucking things. We weren't using it for these ones. Those ones were bloody. This one's not. Maybe you want a bloody chainsaw for this one. There you go, bitch. Boom. All right. Couple extra hand sculpts. That's great for something that's clasping and grasping onto something. We'll put that aside. This one has a lot less accessories for weapons, which is cool because this also comes with the big armadillo. So let me show you what this does come with. This comes with the cleaver. It also comes with, which is kind of weird, but it comes with the granny deer antler shank. And then it comes with a hammer. Makes a little more sense. Sure, fine. But to me, the armadillo is really fucking cool. I mean, it's such an iconic part of the movie. So you do got yourself an armadillo. Looks fucking good. Definitely good. So we got that. And then now let's get this old Pretty Woman snatched out. We got the legs. This one's a little bit easier to me, just user friendly off the bat for getting her undone. So just take your fucking end of one of the ties, pull it, take your knife. Ooh. That's one of the last one's a little more tough. Let's see how close we are here. I will say off the bat, I really like the fucking head sculpt on this one. This one's really fucking dope. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing. There we go. Excellent. Here we go. Be safe, motherfuckers. That's all I'm gonna say too. I got just a tiny little bit of blood, but you could really slice yourself the fuck open on this if you're impatient, or maybe even not. The fucking accidents happen, dude. So let's get all these old ties and shit the fuck out of here. Put them over there. Close that. So right off the fucking bat, I'm gonna tell you that the fucking head sculpt on this one is dope as shit, dude. They did a really fucking good job. From all the pictures I saw, really fucking cool, man. Now, the thing is that this coat is really intriguing me, and I really want to go through, and we're gonna actually do it. We're gonna go through and change this fucking thing out because I don't know. There's just something about it. So I popped this arm off right off the bat. I didn't even mean to, but it came off. And to me, that makes it so much easier to deal with this shit. So let's see. We might even pop the other arm off, but maybe we don't need to. So let's take off that coat and let's put on the other coat. See, again, now look at the arms, right? It's made to make it easy. So that makes a lot more sense. It's not some fucking sleeveless douchebag Leatherface, whatever the fuck. All right, we're gonna get his arms through, and we're gonna pop that bitch right over back on top. Now we got it all in the back, good. Let me look at the front. And I want to get it underneath the collar. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. The way it's flared out on one side, I just kind of want it like that. Now let me see how easy that arm pops back in. All right, and that pops in. So now here's the thing is that I got this part of the arm coat going out, and the reason why I was drawn to it is because I think the chainsaw dance, it's going to look a little bit better when it does that. So again, this one, I want the fucking chainsaw to be in there. So I want this hand sculpt to go away, at least on the right side. Make sure I put the right fucking side on. There we go. That pops in nice, which is really nice to see. All right, but that arm came right back out. So let's make sure it's not a user error on my part. And let's pop that bitch back in. All right, seems good. Now I want to do I want the chainsaw dance with the arm above. So let's see how this motherfucker goes. Now the question is, do I want the clean saw or do I want the bloody? Here, hold on. Because the other ones, they're bloody. So, and I want fucking bloody, bitch. So we're going to pop that one over there. Here we go. We got a good bloody. Another reason to buy the multiple ones. Here we go. Inbox collectors. Come on, motherfuckers. All right. I got the first hand holding that right. Now the second one, I should almost put in the other hand so it can grasp the chainsaw. There we go. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to pop that bitch out, which comes out nice. I'm going to hold the fucking bracelet in there. We're going to pop this one in, which it pops in nice, man. I like that. That fucking arm pops out pretty goddamn easily. I don't like that, man. So let me just see. Let's articulate it around a little more to see if we are just doing it like dum-dums. I never underestimate how stupid I am. I kind of fuck things up a lot. But no, I don't think it likes to go up that much higher. So instead, I'm going to pop that back in. We can still do the chainsaw dance where the arm is up like that. And I think I'm just going to take the advantage of holding another weapon in their hand. I wish we could hold the fucking plate of sausage. There is no way that this fucking thing holds anything. It's just kind of a weird decorative part. But we'll take it. We'll put the mall in there. That's fine. I'm okay. I learned how to I've learned how to go with the flow, baby, and that's fine. So we've got, oh, see that arm? That's the only part I'm gonna say. The arm pops out really fucking easy now. That's too bad. There we go. All right. So at least we've got. Let's get all this shit going here. We're on top of the mouse pad. So we got that. We got the armadillo. We got the steaks. We've got Bubba. You know, on top of a mouse, so it's not as hard surfaces, whatever. And then we also have Granny. So all in all, I really think, I mean, I don't dog on NECA, but I really think that they did a great fucking job. Ooh, what is this in here? Hold on a second. Oh, okay, it's on the. I was just seeing on the inside of there. It was coming through. It almost looked like it was like a specialty card or something. That was not the case. But yeah. So I mean, we got the pretty woman. So that shit ain't gonna even stand nice for me. For fuck's sake. It would a little bit ago. It's gonna fall. It's gonna totally fall. That's fine. We do that and that. I think they did a fucking good job, man. So I would get it. I would totally get these fucking things, to be quite honest with you. 50th year anniversary, NECA Ultimates. You can find them at Walmart, the last toy store, all that type of shit. Baby, you got to get in on it. Get it, motherfuckers. That's the review, bitch. Peace.